Hello friends, welcome to SQL Practical question series. So here is another interesting question which I have received from one of the subscriber. So the question here is, we have two tables, one is called employee 1 and another is called employee 2. So we need to select the information from employee 1 and we need to insert into the employee 2 in such a way that the first record and the last record of employee 1 table has to be inserted as a single row in the employee 2. So let me show you the expected data here. So here are two tables. The first table is employee 1, which has like two columns. One is called employee number and another is called employee name. Similarly, employee 2 table has like four columns. That is employee number 1, employee number 1, e-name 1, employee number 2 and e-name 2. So what we need to do is, we need to select the information from employee 1 and we need to insert into employee 2 such a way that the first and the last record of employee 1 table has to be inserted as a single record. Similarly, the second record and the last but one record has to be inserted as a single record in employee 2. Same way, the third record and the ninth record has to be inserted as single row. The fourth and the eighth. Similarly, the fifth and the seventh record. Like for a sample data, I have taken like 11 record. Since I have taken like odd number of record, always will be left out with one record. If it is like even number of record, we'll be matching the number of records and we'll be inserting into the employee 2. We will not be left out with a single record. Since I have taken 11 record, we'll be left out with one single record that you just need to insert in the first portion, that is in the employee number 1 and the e-name column. Fine. Now let me show you the logic whatever I am going to follow. It's not necessary that you have to follow exactly the same logic. Whatever, see, as I always say, for the same problem, you can write a SQL in like multiple ways. I would suggest you to watch through this video. Try attempting the video in the same logic. After that, I would suggest you to think some other logic to derive the same functionality. Fine. Now let me show you whatever the logic I am just going to follow, or whatever the logic I am just going to follow when I am going to write the SQL, so that it is easy for you to understand the SQL, whatever I am going to write it down. So what I am going to do here is that, so we know here is our input data and this is our expected data. Now what I am going to do is, I am just going to first include another column called a row name column. That means I am just giving a row number for each record. See, this is not the employee number. Employee number can be anything like 1000 from 1000 to 1011 or whatever the number it may be. This is just a row number. We are just assigning a row number to each record here. After assigning a row number, I am including one more column which gives the total number of records. So in this case, since I have taken like 11 record, the total will be 11, which I am printing as another column. Now what I am going to do, I am just going to divide the 11 by 2 so that we will get 5.y. You will understand why I am doing all these things in a short while. Okay. After computing 5.y, what I am going to do here is that I am just going to round it off so that the 5.5 will become 6. Now what I am going to do, I am just going to subtract the count column and the row number, whatever we have computed. That means 6 minus 1, it will give 5. Same way like 6 minus 2, it will give 4. 6 minus 3, 3. So that we will get another column. Now if you see, we have actually divided the entire result set into two equal half. Like whatever that is greater than or equal to 0 will be one part and whatever that is less than 0 will be another part. So our expectation is that the first half we have to insert in the first portion. Same way the second half we need to insert into the next portion. So this is our expectation and that is the reason I am doing all these computation, so that with this count, we will be able to easily segregate the first portion and the second portion. Now what I will be doing is that I will be taking the 5 and the record which has minus 5, then I will be inserting as a one record here. Same way I will be taking 4 and minus 4 and I will be inserting as a next record. So you can see Blake and Martin. Similarly, the third record and minus 3 I will be taking and inserting as the third record. Similarly, I will be inserting all the record. Finally, whatever the left out record that has a 0, I will be inserting into the as a last record. So this is what I am just going to show. I am going to follow. I hope now it would be easy for you to follow when I am going to write the SQL. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm just going to create the table 1, that is employee 1 table. I'm creating employee 2 table with 4 column. Now I'm just populating the employee 1 with 11 records. The records are inserted. I'm committing the records. Let me select from the information from employee 1. You can see all the 11 records are there. Let me select from employee 2. Right now there is no record. Our intention is basically to populate the employee 2 table only. Fine. Now let me select the information from employee 1. So let me say employee number, e-name. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give the row number. For that I'm using the analytical function order by employee number. Okay, so now we got the row number. Let me give an alias as R. Fine. Now what I'm going to do, I need the total number of employees, right? For that I'm using count of 1. You can use either count of 1 or count of star over. I'm not going to partition this, a simple count which will give you the 11. So let us give alias as C. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to divide the count divided by 2. So I just copied the same thing. I just put divided by 2 so that we got 5.5. Now I'm just going to round this information. Let me use the round function. So 5.5 rounded to 6. Now anyway, I don't want this count, so I'm just removing that column. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to subtract the count and the row number. So let me copy the count here minus, I'm just going to copy the row number information here. Let me put it down here. Yeah. Now if you see, we just subtracted the count minus the row number. That is 6 minus 5. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. So till minus 5. So now anyway, I'm not interested in printing the row number and the round information. So let me remove all those things. So now we just got the count. So let me give an alias as C. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Now I'm just making this as a with clause. Let me say with D as employee 1 select star from D. Okay. Now when we put a where condition like where count greater than or equal to 0, we will be able to filter the first half of the result set. Same way when I put less than 0, I'll be able to fetch the second half of the information. So now what I'm going to do, let me select the first half of the information. So here let me say employee number, e-name, comma C. Let me make it as a D1 as part of the with clause. Okay. So let me select from D1. So this is our first half. Similarly, we can select the second half of the information also. So let me select the second half. Now let me put less than 0 so that we'll get the second half. Let me make it as a D2. Let us say like data set 2 as or a result set 2, whatever it may be. Select star from D2. We will get the second half of the information. Now we got the first half of the information in D1. Similarly, second half of the information in D2. Okay, in D2, instead of displaying the negative number, let us make it as a positive number by using the absolute function. So that now we will get in both D1 as well as in D2, we got the numbers in a positive number. Now, since this number will act as a common column between the dataset 1 and dataset 2, we'll be able to easily join dataset 1 and dataset 2 using this column. So I'm just doing an inner join here, D1 comma D2, where D1 dot count is equal to D2 dot count. Now if you see, we are actually what we did is that the entire information we resulted into two results set, then we just joined based on the common column. If you can see clearly here, the sixth record is missing here. That is because we are using the equi join here. So instead of that, I'm just going to use the outer join so that the extra unmatched records you will get. Now if you see, we got the extra unmatched record. So either you can use the outer join using the plus operator, or let us use the left outer join. See, both are same only. Okay, on d1.c equal to d2.c. okay, we just got the information. So now we can select whatever the information we want only. So let me first order it by employee number. Let me make it d1.employee number. Now whatever the columns I need, I'm just going to select it. d1.employee number, d1.ename, d2.employee number, comma d2.ename. So this is the informations I want. So now we selected whatever the informations. Now it's just a matter of insert into employee to table, right? Now all the 6 records got inserted. Let us just query back from employee to table. Now if you see, all the information from the employee 1 record, as per our expectation, we inserted into the employee 2 table. The query whatever I have showed you here, I have actually posted it in this blog link. You can copy this query and you can try by yourself, and I would suggest you to try a different approach to implement the same functionality. If you have learned something new, please like this video, subscribe and stay tuned for new feature video, interview question, SQL practical question and concept videos. If you want any questions to be answered, you can post it in the comment section or you can drop to this mail ID. And thanks a lot for watching this video.